Hey everyone, I hope that you are doing well, that your families and loved ones are all safe and healthy at this time. I just wanted to check in now that we've finished Unit 1. Today is the first day of Unit 2, so I'll have more to say about that in just a second. But I have read over and provided feedback for all of the assignments for Unit 1. I did notice that it looks like a few folks have submitted some late work for Unit 1. That's more than fine. I'll get to that shortly and give you credit for that work as well and provide feedback. My focus in terms of the way that I score assignments is to try to be heavy on the feedback, especially early in the course. So if you can't find the feedback that I've left you, please let me know. One exception is for our work on Twitter. I've responded to most of you or liked your tweets there, so you'll know that I've seen them. But I've just given a straight score here in Brightspace for the Twitter work. If you received a 0 on Twitter, that means that I have not yet seen you there. So please just mention me in a tweet or email me your username, your Twitter handle, so that I can find you there. Or if you just didn't, or you just weren't able to complete the Unit 1 Twitter work yet, you can still do that along with anything else you've missed for credit. So as I've mentioned in the syllabus, there are no penalties for late work, especially during the intersession. I think that getting all of your work done in 2 weeks is a challenge and a award or reward, I should say, in and of itself. If you miss a due date or two, don't sweat it. But I have the due dates there so that you don't fall behind. So that you'll be sure to complete everything within the 2-week period that we have, if that makes sense. As with everything else, let me know if you have any questions regarding my feedback on the Unit 1 assignments, or if you have any questions about where we're headed next for our class. Circling back to the late work, Brightspace seems to be very kind of blunt and direct in terms of like saying this was 13 minutes late or messages like that. I just want you to know that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter so much. The due dates and times, again, are there to help you stay on track. But if you get your work in, I mean, especially if it's 13 minutes late, that's no big deal. But, you know, even the next day, the next couple days, it's going to be okay. I'll provide you feedback on that work. Again, the most important thing is that we're working together to study New Mexico history and learn about our shared past and what that means for us now. I'm going to post a video in the activity feed as well. That one's going to focus more on the ideas that we talked about during the What is History discussion and the tweets that we posted about primary and secondary sources. So there I'll actually talk about some of the content and ideas. Here I'm just trying to provide you with an announcement about where we've been, where we're going. So let me get to where we're going. Unit 2, as I mentioned, the first day is today. That means that you need to complete your reading. Please recognize that I don't expect you to read every single word for word, in the reading. One of the college level skills as far as reading for history goes is to learn how to skim judiciously, meaning use the headings and sections in the textbook to help you kind of figure out what are the key concepts, terms, and events that you need to learn about, and skim through the material so that you're able to take away what is most significant there. If you have questions about how to skim or want some ideas or pointers, email me and let me know, and I'll see what else I can provide you on that. So again, today you'll complete the reading. You'll complete your reading tweets. I mentioned Twitter for Unit 1 just a second ago. If you are not able to be on social media, there are very legitimate reasons for not being on social media. Just let me know and I can provide you an alternate assignment for that. Otherwise, I've enjoyed so far the kinds of posts that you're putting up on Twitter and the kinds of conversations that are going to be building there. So again, tonight is for reading, for the reading tweets, and for the first step, the ID step in the timeline assignment. So that means you need to identify a topic, pick anything that was interesting to you that you want to do more research on from Unit 2. Claim that on the timeline by adding a placeholder. That means just the title, the name of the topic or event, person, and your name. Then you can go back once you've claimed that and do your work. I want you to do it that way so that you don't go through all of the work of creating a timeline post. Then you go back to the timeline and find that someone has already beaten you to that topic. It's best to not duplicate as much as possible just so that we get a wider breadth of coverage on the timeline. Hopefully that all makes sense. Let me know again if you have questions. I'm very responsive via email. Nobody's used text messaging yet, but you have that option if it's something that works for you. I haven't had anyone visit me yet on Zoom in the mornings, but I am there, remember, at 9 every weekday morning. So those are options if you need some help. Otherwise, I hope you're having a great day. Do plan ahead. Tomorrow, the second day of Unit 2, is New Year's Eve. So keep that in mind. Maybe try to work ahead a little bit so that you can put the class aside and have some celebration tomorrow evening. All right. I'll talk to you soon.